guys, how are you? Um, this is going to be a very quick video and I hope you learned something out of it. And I'm giving you a recap on the previous video that I shared with you about a pair that I was trading and the setup that I gave you. And then again, also to look into other pairs that I traded this past week. All right. So with me here is GBPCHF. And if you remember very well from the video that I posted, I told you this was the peak formation, and I said we have level 1, and I explained to you how I had taken the trade on this particular day, on day 2 of consolidation, and my entry was pretty much somewhere around yesterday's high. But then what happened was price decided to trade back up into that area there, which in this case they were testing the neckline of that M. So if you didn't watch that video, please just pause this one, go back to the video. It should be the second of the last video or third from this one. Watch it and see how the setup was supposed to unfold. And then because I want to explain to you something important that happened, which I kind of liked, so I'm going to show you guys. All right, so now this being the case, then the market sold and I was in profit, and then I stated that I expect the market to sell from here, or I would also prefer that the market matches the high of the previous day before we can take the setup. All right, so these are all the things that I saw, and all this being that I wanted to see a third level drop. So I'd seen level 1 drop, now I'd seen level 2 drop, and I wanted to see level 3 drop. So because there's no level 3 drop, and then again, my target on my level 3 drop was actually right here. So I was expecting price to trade down to that part right there. Then only then I can say price has given us level 3. Now let's see how then this unfolded. So this was the particular day, and then we moved into the following day. So the following day is the day when I posted the video where I was expecting a sell, and I took a sell. Reason being, I'll show you from the 15 minutes time frame. The reason why I took a sell, I actually took a sell right here. I took a sell right here, and because I saw how the market formed an M formation from the 15 minutes time frame with a hammer there and a railroad track, I saw how the market broke structure here on the neckline, and how with momentum they moved all the way down, and when they started to reverse back, I knew that the market was gonna come to the neckline right there. So I was very expectant, and my entry was around those areas right there. So that is where I was expecting to see the market actually turn around. All right, so this was a satisfying one, and I even shared with my students in the community that let's sell, and I even gave them the price where this market was supposed to drop to. All right, so now after this had happened, now this is what then followed on that particular day. So because I'm already in the trade selling, so the market did not even hesitate, but continued going down. So look at how a new setup is being formed on this particular day. So a new setup is being formed on this particular day. Now this is day number 2. You are an intraday trader, and you kind of want to stick with intraday trading even if you have been given a setup. So look at how they form an M formation again. All right. On the second day, break of structure, and then with so much movement and momentum, the market moved away. Now, if it were to come back, let's say you missed your entry and the market were to come back, you would want to see the market come back into that area right there, or into that neckline area before the market then goes your direction. That is if the market wants to go back to that area. All right. So you can see how the market didn't really reach that area. So that means on that particular day, you would have just left the market to go because it didn't get where you wanted it to get to. Now, the market then sold, which was a good thing, and it went down. So let's see how the market then goes. Now the market is kind of consolidating, and then it continues again further down. Now look at what happens here. So you are seeing this, and it should tell you something. This to me now looks like a proper W, all right, with a neckline. Looks like a proper W with a neckline. So that means there is a possibility the market might buy. But maybe you might not see this, or maybe you are in the trade and you're selling, and then you realize the market does that, and you kind of keep holding because you want to see how this is going to turn out. All right. So if you switch to the 1 hour time frame, you'll find how on the 1 hour time frame, all of a sudden the market missed your take profit. All right, so that is what I want to explain. The market missed your take profit. So instead of the market coming down to your take profit, the market actually misses your take profit by a certain number of pips, and then it starts to reverse back. All right, so that is what happened to me. I had another entry here, and I had other entries up there. But remember what I said, my safest entry, the one that I would have wanted, was a matchup with a high on this particular day. Now, but I took the one below it. So this is what I expected, but this is what I took. All right. So this is what I took. Now I'm watching the market unfold, and there are some days like these where you're gonna see something like that. So you're watching the market unfold, and the next thing you're in deep profit, probably celebrating and sharing people with screenshots, and then the market starts to go against you, right? Now look at this chart. I'm pretty sure this chart is very scary. I'm pretty sure it's very scary looking at it, and you'll be like, I think this is now a buy. All right, you'll be thinking this is now a buy. Now I actually thought that too. I actually thought the market was now a buy. Now I sat down and I said, yes, indeed, I do have my third push right here. We missed my TP, so probably this is the third move. But I then said, I expect the market to form a peak, move level 1, level 2, and then level 3, then form another peak before it goes up. This is what I wanted to see. So my next question was, where is the second leg? All right, so I want to see the second leg. That was my question. So I did not close any of my positions because remember, I've got positions sitting here. All right, I've got positions sitting here that were in massive profit at some point. Okay, here they were in massive profit, but now they are not because prices arrived nearly close to them. And I've got an additional lot size which wasn't that big, so I want to see how it all plays out. Now I'm also watching the 15 minutes time frame to see if there is any change of direction. So price then does that, and that gives me a little bit of some consolation. And then I see the market staying in that position for quite a while. All right, and then now I then look at the 15 minutes time frame, and I saw how the market had actually formed an M formation, broken structure, tested the area, and then started selling. That is what gave me confidence that the market was going to continue going all the way down. So emotions are playing around with me. They play around with everyone. Okay. They are playing around with me. And at this point, I'm not even sure what's going to happen. But seeing this, I'm now happy that, yes, it means the market needs to come back and give me a second leg. So I'm telling myself, if I see a reversal pattern, I'm going to go out. Now, this is what then happened next. So price slowly but surely on the day and the following day continued going down, which was very good. And it continued going down until to a point where we got to the third day. And there we go. My TP has been hit. All right. So my TP finally has been hit, something that I was actually waiting for, but it was not happening on this particular day. All right. So imagine how the market played around with my emotions just by going this direction. So I could have closed all my positions and said, you know what, I'm out of this trade. And then the next thing I see all this happening and I start to panic, but I did not. So I just held because I said to myself, if I held when the market was doing that, so what can stop me from holding when the market is doing this? So that's what gave me courage to say, I will continue holding until I see what I'm supposed to see. And I said to myself, if the market happens to break above the moving averages and close above, only then I can say, yes, the market is no longer coming back. All right. Now, on this particular day, I was expecting the market to then show a reversal, which I expected it was going to be a buy next week. But in this case, it became a buy on the same day. So the market did buy on the same day. So now what it means is that we are expecting the market, because it has already formed a peak formation, right? It has already formed a peak formation, a very big W. There are two things. We expect it to come to the range on an ID50 and continue its buy, or we expect to see a reset and a continuous downfall. But because this is not an analysis video, I'm not really going to be sharing that because we're gonna be here forever. All right, now let's look at another pair. So I'm gonna try and make it quick, but this one I wanted to explain to you what really happened. All right, so we've got USDMXN, and I still want to see another buy right there. So this one was a very good one for me because it was very simple. So you have a peak formation there, all right, an M formation, and then there was a first drop into a consolidation, second drop into a consolidation, and third drop. So immediately when I saw this day, I knew we were gonna have a funny peak. So I just took my buy blindly and I said I'm gonna place my stop loss well below the previous day's low. So if they're gonna break previous day's low, at least they won't get to where my stop loss is. And the good thing is I held this all through up to this point and I closed. I was expecting to take a buy again on this third day, but the market was really not clear. It kept on consolidating, so I did not take the trade on this day. I was not able to hold this up to the third level, reason being because I saw another lovely setup that I couldn't miss. This one. So this is CADCHF. Again, I shared this one with my students and I told them they should buy immediately. I normally don't send signals, but you know, I was overexcited with this setup and I decided, let me just tell them to buy now, right? And they bought. So this was a safety trade, and we had already had a peak formation. So what happened was we were in this area right here. So we already had a peak formation and a first move. So that to me was a first move. Now, if you look at it, you'll find that the market on this particular day where we were expecting a safety trade to happen, it did not happen. So what then I expected was that the market needs to form a low and then continue going up. That was my expectation. At least have your first target right there. All right. So that is what I was expecting. So this being our first target, and I marked my body candles as my low for the day. That's where I expected to see the low for that particular day. Now, someone would ask and say, why are you expecting a low there and not a low right here? Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. The reason is because there is already a spike here to show that the market has stopped out people. So if this had not happened, I would have expected the market to trade lower and come to the neckline before it can go up. But in this case, we already have a spike. That wick right there cleared the board and at the same time tested the neckline. That for me was enough to validate that we are no longer interested in this area because we have been rejected there and we have done whatever havoc we wanted to do. We have cleared anything, any stop that was below the low of the day, so we do not need to go back right there. So that is why I had confidence that we will continue with our buy, and I marked my low of the candles as the lowest point for this particular day. Now you look at it, you'll see how the market then played out. So you can see how the market respected the body of the candles on this particular day. Right now, looking at it from the 15 minutes time frame, I actually took the buy right at that point where I said I'm gonna use the body of the candles. That's where I took it. And then after the market had moved up and broken structure there, I expected that the market was gonna come back at this point, not just to fill out this gap or anything, but to come and test this point. Some may call it an order block again, but I wanted to see the market come back down and test the neckline of that W before going up. And this is exactly what happened. The market came back into the area, and then now I want to show you something. So imagine if you didn't have um these green candles, you were going to think this is no longer a buy. You're going to think this is a sell, whatever it is. But look at how the market behaved. All right. The market was acting as if it's actually selling, but it continued buying with very good momentum. And look at that. Look at that. You would think the market is selling. And I know some people were going to be panicking there and thinking this is not it. But guess what? I was holding and happy that the market was gonna buy. And look at that. This is very crazy. That's what the market does. The market will keep on doing this to you, and you're sitting right there, you're asking yourself, am I even gonna get any profit out of this? But guess what? The market eventually went for a buy, which was very good. So this is where it actually kind of reached. And now, after getting to this point, which was the highest point, on the following day, I wanted to continue with my buy. So remember, I said that's my target. So I want to see us get to my target. So in this instance, on this particular day, we did not really reach my target, but we did get to as far as where the body of the candles ended. So my TPs, usually they are the body candles. So the body candles where they end, that is exactly where I usually love to put my TPs, not on the wicks, because sometimes price have a tendency of not getting to the wicks. So now I did not close on this particular day because now the market has shown me level 1. The market has shown me level 2. Now, before we talk about what happened on the third day, let's just rewind a little bit. All right. So if you look at this, you'll find you've got a peak formation there. So this thing always happens all the time, guys. Like I always say, right? Your first level, your second level, and your third level. Now, if you have been watching my videos before, you now know what I mean by that. The market, sometimes when it forms level 3, it quickly reverses on the same day. There's another kind of market maker cycle that is like that, where it quickly reverses on the very same day and just turns around. And this is what exactly happened. And we went to form a reset. And I always emphasize to my students that resets will not always sit pretty on the 200 EMA. Sometimes they will protrude beyond the 200 EMA. They will still remain resets. All right. So now, on this particular day, coming back, this is what I expected. So I want to see the third level right here. So moving forward, um, now here's the trick, right? Because you're on an uptrend, okay? Take note of your highs and lows. So now this is my previous high. So I'm expecting my setup to form anywhere there going upwards. I don't expect anything um, below that. Okay. So look at how it then comes into the previous high, respects it, and then forms a setup. All right. So that's exactly what you sometimes do. You look at the previous high and say, that is where I expect my market to go. Look at how it's respecting the previous high. Now, this is the point where I would say I'm taking a buy, all right? But if it is not clear, don't take it, okay? And now look at what the market does. And I know some people might think, oh, the market is gone. Well, you've missed it, all right? But here's the thing. Break of structure. Now, what do you expect? Your entry to be on the neckline of the W, all right? If the market decides to come back, or at least you want to see the market come to the order block at the bottom here. I love working with the neckline of the WM. So in this case, look at what happens next. Look at what happens next. So now let's say I've missed the trade. Now I'm in the trade. All right. What happens next? Look at that. Look at how the market is behaving exactly the same way the previous day. And it does look scary sometimes, but you just need to keep on holding on. But since I've been in the trade, I haven't made a loss. All right. It's just like zero to little drawdown. And the market keeps on going further up. Now, that is exactly how the market um, profited me. All right. So it's very nice, guys, when you're seeing these things and you actually kind of know what is going to happen in the market. And I can guarantee you, these are the only trades that I traded this week. CHF JPY, um, GBPCHF, USDMXN, and CADCHF. These are the only four pairs that I traded. And this is the only pair that I traded both two moves. The other trades I was holding for several days, but it was only one move. But this one I managed to get two moves. And I love to trade the whole cycle because it makes me hold the market for more days with a little bit of, comfort. But yeah, people are different and you need to find your own trading style. So I'm going to make a video for you soon about, you know, reasons, uh, things that I think you should be doing for you to be able to be profitable in the market. So just stay tuned, guys, and please be safe wherever you are. And I hope this video is gonna help you as well. I'll meet you on the next one.